Meldrick Teller and Julio Cesar Chavez. Meldrick Teller wasn't the same. Devin Haney will not be the same in spite of what Bill is trying to fabricate and damage control conversations days after. See, that fight Saturday night, the punishment, round by round by round by round, that was 5 fights for Devin Haney. He fought 5 separate fights that he was supposed to fight. After that fight, it's been in one night.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Okay, so since Ryan Garcia tested positive for 4 tests, which is his A samples and B samples, his next fight is going to be this summer against the New York State Athletic Commission, which are known to be far more strict than the Nevada State Athletic Commission, which is one of the reasons why Ryan Garcia most likely didn't want the fight to be in New York. Ryan Garcia is the first fighter ever to complain about a fight being in New York. The fight was originally supposed to be in Las Vegas, and then it was moved to New York. Ryan said, and I quote, "Again, it was quite a surprise. This is an MGM fight. Doing everything we can do to bring this to Vegas and giving this fight what it deserves." Let me tell you guys this. If this fight would have ended up in Vegas, and let's take it even further, let's say that this fight was for the WBC title, Mauricio Suleiman of the WBC and the Commission of Nevada, they would have most likely suspended Ryan Garcia for 6 months or even less. And the WBC president would have been going out of his way to defend Ryan Garcia. So this fight being hosted in New York was the worst thing that could have happened to Ryan, because he can most likely be looking at a 2-year suspension or even a ban for life. The Haneys are saying that he should be banned for life, but they're not alone. Conor McGregor has said it, and Conor McGregor used to be Ryan Garcia's fan. He was supporting Ryan going into the Haney fight. Tim Bradley has said it, and many others have said it. And with everything that Ryan Garcia has admitted to and said on social media, there could be civil and criminal charges. In fact, TMZ, they even asked Bill Haney, should there be criminal charges for Ryan Garcia?
You know, of course, Ryan Garcia has proved to the people that he's uncontrollable. I mean, he said that he drank. He said that he smoked. I mean, he said now that he loves steroids, that he takes steroids, that he's taking Ostarine. I mean, clearly, there's nothing that you can do with this guy but get him out of the sport.
Bill, have they said anything to you, the Athletic Commission, about what's going to happen with the decision? Is it going to be overturned? Is it made a no contest? What's happening? What have they told you, and what should happen?
You know what? Like any other things, any other people that have been caught cheating, whether it's Lance Armstrong, stripped and you know what I mean? Marion Jones was stripped of her gold medals, and I believe that she even had to deal with civil and criminal. You know what I mean? Like I teach my kids and I teach my family hard work. You know what I mean? Traveling down the straight path. Of course, you know what I mean. I grew up different, but I want to be an example of change, and I want my kids and all the other kids around the world to have a fair opportunity and to not be cheated.
Bill, you mentioned there some other people, really prominent athletes who had been caught cheating in the past, and yes, some of them have dealt with actual criminal action. The saying goes, you don't play boxing, and your son, Devin, could have been seriously hurt in there. We've seen terrible things happen in boxing rings before. Do you believe that there should be, if Ostarine is an illegal substance, should there be a criminal investigation? Should there be criminal charges here because of what could have potentially happened to Devin in there, assuming that Ryan did have an advantage in the ring?
I mean, Ryan violated every known rule or code of conduct. He openly said that he went out and bet on the fight, but openly knowing that he was cheating, right? He's cheating and betting, so he's defrauding more than just the people of boxing. Seems like to me he would be defrauding casinos, gamblers, sports betting books, everything alike. I mean, we're fair. I mean, and of course he wasn't.
So Bill Haney, he didn't answer the question about criminal charges, which most likely means they're not seeking criminal charges. But if they're not, and Ryan Garcia is not going to be banned for life, they should definitely be suing Ryan Garcia. There's a very good chance that Devin Haney may never be the same. Like Bernard Hopkins said, that fight was like 5 fights in one for Devin Haney. And that was with a man beating your brains out on steroids. So Ryan Garcia getting suspended could be the least of his worries. Ryan, he did a recent interview where he said he cries at night. He hates the fact that they're trying to taint his win. Well, you're going to be doing a whole lot of crying if you start facing more lawsuits. Logan Paul's already suing him for defamation. He better pray that VADA doesn't sue him for defamation. Speaking of that, if you guys notice, even Ryan Garcia's own attorneys, they didn't agree with any of the conspiracy theories that Ryan Garcia was pushing. When they issued their statement, they didn't say nothing about VADA being rigged because they know nothing that Ryan Garcia says is true. But I'll tell you this right now, if Ryan Garcia doesn't get a serious suspension and a serious punishment, this is going to encourage more fighters to go out and take steroids. I mean, it's like racist cops killing unarmed black people and not going to jail for it. That's just going to make more racist cops want to go out and commit the same crime. Or another example, it's like people robbing banks and they're getting like 30 days in jail for it and they don't even have to give the money back. If those criminals were getting a slap on the wrist like that, everybody would be robbing banks. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
You know, some things we do, think about this, some things we do, right? We do wrong. And we take full responsibility for it, right? But there is some things that we do where others have to pay for what we've done. Haney it's never going to be the same after this. Cotto, when he fought Margarito with the lace gloves, with the plaster Paris and the gloves, in the galls, he'll never be the same after this. That's the seriousness behind using performance enhancement drugs. You saw all the damage that Devin Haney took. You saw all of that. A little of himself is left in that ring because of what Ryan Garcia did. Because the game, the edge that he had. So you think about it now. And then you have him come 3 pounds heavy, disrespect the sport, disrespect the weight class 140 pounds, disrespect the belt, saying we don't care about the belt. All we care about is the win and the money. And then now you put this on top of it? My gosh, 3 strikes, you're out. There should be a ban for Ryan Garcia. Maybe even a lifetime ban.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Decay Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodecay.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.